guys, welcome back to my channel. This video will be a little different. I get asked this question all the time about having my kids so close in age. No, this was not planned, but this is something that happened to my husband and I. For those of you that don't know, I have a daughter who is 3 years old, and I also have a son who is 21 years old. So they are 15 months apart. And you can imagine how my husband and I felt finding out we were pregnant again and my daughter was 6 months old. No, it was not planned, and we thought we were being careful, but obviously not careful enough. So yeah, but I am so grateful that I have them and they are as close as they are, because these are pros of having kids close in age. So the first pro that I want to give is they will grow up together. My daughter would never know life without my son. She will always know that she was on this earth with somebody else. Yes, she was 15 months on this earth by herself, but she would never remember that. We can show her pictures and all of that stuff to show, hey, you were by yourself, but she will only, in her mind, know that her brother and her were here together. So they will grow up together. They will experience life together. They will go through mistakes. They will go through accomplishments, everything, all of that together. A second pro is they will play together. So as them growing up together, they will learn how to play together. They will share their toys. They will share their books. They will be able to learn how to play outside together. They will do everything together, like everything. They will do pretending as far as like cooking, or we're going to cook a meal today, or we're going to have a tea party today. They're going to do everything together. They're not going to want to be inseparable because they only know each other and they're comfortable with each other. So with them learning how to share together and play together, these skills can transfer to when they go to daycare or when they are enrolled in school. Like, hey, I know how to share, so I'm more willing to share with other people. And I know how to play, so I'm more willing to play with other people. So the third pro that I have is they will learn from each other. They will learn everything from each other. They will learn the bad stuff and they will learn the good stuff. My son more than likely learned how to walk, hop, skip, run, all of that stuff from my daughter. He learned how to do it on his own, but he was probably more motivated to do it because he's seen his older sibling doing that. He learned how to want to communicate faster, want to talk faster. They teach each other all of this stuff. If my daughter wanted to pretend like she was cooking a turkey, then she would come grab him and say, hey, let's cook a turkey. And he learns how to use his imagination, which is good development skills, to cook this turkey. They learn how to, like I say, bad things as well. So the bad habits, the tantrums, and all of that, they learn that as well. As we know, terrible twos happen. So yes, at one point I did have 2 toddlers under the age of 2. So that was a very challenging time, but at the same time, it was rewarding. And so yeah, they learn from each other, and then they are able to go to school or to daycare and teach other kids things. I hear her trying to teach him the ABCs and numbers and stuff like that. And if he gets it wrong, then she tries to teach him how to say it correctly. Teaching words, teaching how to, play outside as far as like writing skills or going down the slide, teaching everyday things, putting on your clothes, putting on socks, putting on shoes. The older sibling is able to teach the younger sibling those things. The older sibling can help out with the younger sibling. As far as like chores or cleaning up, the older sibling can teach the younger sibling how to clean up. So normally, 9 times out of 10, you're going to have your kid clean their room or clean up their toys, and the older sibling can show the younger kids, this is where the toys go, this is where our chair goes, this is how we mop, sweep, all of that stuff. So they are able to teach them chores so that they can become responsible kids, teenagers, and then fourth pro is they can share clothes or share space. I have a girl and a boy, so they weren't necessarily able to share clothes, but they are able to share space. So if you are in an apartment or you're a first-time home buyer, you can put your two kids in the same room together and save space. You don't have to buy this ginormous apartment or mansion or something like that so that you can have enough bedrooms. Of course, when they get older, they may want to separate and have their own space, which is fine. But at the beginning, when they're younger and toddlers, they can share the same room. You just have a toddler bed in the crib or two cribs or however you need to maneuver it. But if they're born of the same sex, you can save money because you can share the older siblings' clothes. So if you kept the older siblings' clothes, you can give them to the younger sibling, like hand-me-downs. When they're sharing their space, you can always do a gender-neutral room. So like I have a gender-neutral room due to the fact that I have a boy and a girl. I still have to redo their room. So I did keep a lot of stuff that I had from my daughter. I have the same changing pad that I had from my daughter. It's pink. I was not going to go out and purchase a new changing pad when I didn't necessarily have to because I already had one. So that's sharing of the changing pad, and the only person that uses it now is my son. So once he's done, then I can get rid of it or get another one. Also, I had a bin that keeps all of their toys in it, and the storage containers are pink from my daughter. So they're still pink. And when I redo their room, I can change everything to a gender neutral color. But in the meantime, they're in that pink bin, and that does not faze my son or anything like that. I mean, it doesn't change the fact that you can still share it. The last pro that I will talk about is they will get out of the house at the same time. So you will become empty nesters. Yes, life is amazing when you have your kids in the house. Being a mom and a dad is a tremendous and amazing time. However, you still have a life after they leave because you want to believe that you have raised responsible adults and they will get out of the house. They will go off to college, military, or whatever secondary thing they want to do, or just go straight into work. But they will get out of your house. So therefore, when they get out of your house, you have to spend time together. So you're able to travel. You're able to more of a workaholic. You can have more endeavors or start more businesses or start more jobs. But you'll be able to have a life outside of your kids. That's a good thing. Like, you know that when one goes, maybe within that next year, the other one would go. So have them close together. When they're spread out and like 3 or 4 years apart, not anything against the people who have kids that are 3 or 4 years apart, but you have to literally wait 3 or 4 years for that other kid to get out of the house. So if you have them close together, it's much easier, much faster. They'll graduate around the similar time within a year, and then you're empty nesters. I hope some of these tips kind of helped you out if you were kind of questioning whether to have another kid kind of close in age after you've had your first one. And to me, it's a blessing already, and it's a good thing to kind of have them close together because, like I said, they will not experience life without each other. They will always know each other. If you like this type of video, give me a thumbs up. Thank you for watching and staying to the end, and I will see y'all in my next video. Bye.